Salutations from space. This is Gemini Brett of More Than Astrology with a very quick video to show why I believe the Aries Glyph looks like this. It is all about the skies, guys, so we are going to utilize this brilliant planetarium software Stellarium to have a look. This is today, September 6th, 2016, about 1:13 p.m., just about midday. And I can say that because I can see that the sun is culminating. Turn the atmosphere off. When the sun reaches the meridian, or this happened some minutes ago, due south, for those of us in the northern hemisphere, this is midday. All right, all planets culminate there. Go back in time. Here is sunrise. Planets rise in the east, culminate in the south, and set in the west when we look from the northern hemisphere. So let's go back. Here's Jupiter culminating, all right? And just notice how the southern sky works. Get this playing through time a little bit. Basically, from the northern hemisphere's view, the southern sky has this left to right or east to west motion. Yeah. Planets rising in the east, the place of the rise, culminating in the south, the place of the reach, and setting in the west, the place of the rest. We'll never see planets in the northern sky here in the northern hemisphere. So I call this the place of the roots. Planets that go to rest in the west will then move through the roots of the world tree under the horizon before they again rise in the east, the place of the rise. This is the North Star, Polaris. The axis of the Earth, or the spine of Gaia, as I like to call it, is pointing at that star. So as the Earth spins this way, what we notice is the circumpolar constellation stars spinning about the North Star this way. All right, let me speed that up a little bit and we'll see how the north works. So we get these beautiful counterclockwise circles around the North Star. In the east, we're seeing everything rising. In the south, we're seeing this left to right kind of motion. And in the west, we're seeing everything setting. Slow this down a little bit now. And we're going to go to the east. And I'll show you something. So only twice a day does the ecliptic, the path of the sun, cross the horizon due east. And that happens when the autumnal equinox point in Western seasonal astrology or the vernal equinox point, the spring equinox point, rises. This is the vernal equinox point. This is 0 degrees Aries in the seasonal tropical Western astrology system. 0 Aries currently is in the constellation of the fish because of precession of the equinoxes. In some many years, the vernal equinox point will be in the constellation of the water bearer, the one we call Aquarius, and therefore it will be the dawning of the age of Aquarius, and that's another trip. But right now what I wanted to show you is just how the eastern sky works, and this is where I believe the Aries Glyph comes from. I don't need the meridian or the ecliptic in my view. I don't even need the planets. We're just going to watch as we move through time how east works. And what I want you to notice is see how some constellations are rising that way and some are rising this way. And the closer I get to the equator, the better this effect will look. Let's head down to let's go to Los Angeles. Okay. Because we were in Seattle before. See how some constellations are moving this way and some this way? I'll bring in the Aries Glyph. And actually, let's go right down to the equator, where we have the best look at the Aries Glyph as constellations rise on the east. All right, so due east, they'll rise straight up. But anything to the right of east is rising towards the right, and anything to the left of the east is rising towards the left. Can you see the Aries Glyph there, just in how the sky works in this marriage of heaven and earth? So I believe that this is the source of that Aries Glyph. It's why it's drawn that way. Sure, it looks like a ram's horns, but I think that's actually why we have the ram in the east and not vice versa. And if this is true, then that's to say that whoever brought the glyphs forth, and my understanding is nobody really knows who or brought them in or when they came in even, but whoever brought them forth, I would suggest, was a seasonal tropical astrologer. So Aries working as seasonal Aries, which is always due east. Thanks for watching. This is your friendly astronaut Gemini Brett signing off. I will see you in space.